If I were to start creating content again without any knowledge of what this entails, here is exactly what would I need to know. By the way, this video is a masterclass where I show you everything important that you need to know about content creation. So I've been creating content for over 8 years. In my first 3 years in digital marketing, when I was employed, I was posting daily on social media for those companies. That was around in 2017 to 2020. And for the 5 years since I've opened my digital marketing agency, I've been building and managing tons of content for 6- and 7-figure businesses. And I have personally creating content for 2 years in my native language and more recently in English. And I know exactly the problems and the frustration you go through when you have to create content online. So in this video, I aim to provide a complete explanation of what this entire process looks like. You learn how to create content, how to optimize your content creation, how to save time and energy when creating content, and how to use AI and systems in your content creation. And also I'm going to show you a complete content system that my clients and I have been using for over a year. Okay, first of all, I'm going to present you how what is the process of creating one single post. So only one single post, right? And the process is not so hard. So first of all, you start with an idea, right? Then you have to create the copy, basically the text for that post. And in that case, it can be a simple post, for example, an image that you can edit later in Canva or in Figma in these two apps, or that copy can be a script for a video. In that case, you have to record a video using that script, that copy. Here you record that video. Or, of course, you can just use that copy and go straight to schedule and publish in a social media app or a third-party tool. For example, you just have an idea, you create the copy, and then you post on Instagram or on Facebook, right? On Instagram story, for example. But if you want to create an Instagram carousel, for example, you use that copy and you have to edit that copy. You have to add it in Canva or in Figma. For example, this is my latest post, and here's how I create it, right? So I have the idea, then I had the copy, and I edit this in Canva. Then I go and publish it on Instagram or on Facebook or wherever I want. And it's not that hard. You just need a copy, then some design, some image in the background, and that's pretty much it. But of course, you can also record a video, and you can use OBS Studio, like I'm using right now, a tool for recording your screen, or Loom to record your screen. Or you can just film yourself with your phone camera, or with a a DSLR or whatever camera you are using, even your laptop camera. If you don't have any better camera, you need a microphone and some good light in order to create a basic video. Then what you do with that recording, of course, you have to edit that. You must cut that video, remove pauses, and add captions and so on. You can use Edits, the Instagram app on iOS and Android. It's called Edits, or you can use CapCut for laptop or also for phone, or DaVinci Resolve or other video editing tools. And of course, in that case, you can also add some media. For example, some photos, some videos, some music, sound effects, stickers, filters, text here. I didn't add text. So some text on that video, and you will have your reel, for example, or your short video. Then again, you go and publish on YouTube, on Instagram, or wherever you want to publish. You can use directly to publish them from Instagram or from Facebook or LinkedIn, or of course you can use a third-party app to schedule your posts. Now, this is the simple process of creating one single post, right? Now, What you have to take into consideration when creating a single post. First of all, there are some content pillars. Let's go like this. So first of all, you need some content pillars, which are basically your topics or your themes, what you want to discuss about. It's really depending on your business type, your business model, right? Your industry, your niche, and so on. For example, if you are an online coach, of course, you can talk about business and stuff like that. If you are a gym coach, you talk about gym, nutrition, how to exercise, and it really depends about what business or niche you are in, right? But in that case, you must define some content pillars, basically your themes or discussion topics. In my case, for example, it's strategy, offers, marketing, sales system, scaling, proof, philosophy, lifestyle, and behind the scenes. These are my pillars in my case for my digital marketing and business coaching, business, and yeah, you have to adapt these topics with your niche and with your industry. Then you have the post objectives. So after you have defined your content pillars, you must define the post objectives. So in that case, it's what you create. Why you create that post. What is the main objective for that single post? For example, it can be for awareness. So just people who hear about you or about your business, about yourself or about your offer, right? It can be a connection post. For example, a post where you just connect, with people. You tell them about your story, about your past, and something like that to create this connection. This is a connection objective. It can be authority, engagement, or even conversion if you want to sell something or if you want to get leads and so on. Then you need the post format, right? You can choose between a single image post, a carousel post, a reel, or a short, a story, or a long form caption, or some threads. For example, you can use threads to post threads on Threads app or on X, the former Twitter, And these are the post formats so basically how you package that post. Now, again, there are post types. So post types, it's about what you actually create in that post. The type of post. It's an awareness post, it's an authority post, it's an belief shifting post, educational post, storytelling, proof, connection, promotion, objection handling, community post, mistakes, before and after, them versus us, and more. So these are basically the post types. But there is a difference between post types and post objectives, because you see here is also awareness, connection, authority, and here we also have awareness, authority, connection. Now the difference between post types and post objectives is post objectives. It's the reason, right? Why you create that post, and the post type, it's what you create. Now you also have to choose the post date, the specific date and hour when you want that post to be scheduled or published. Then how often you post. So basically the post frequency, you can post once per week, 3 times per week, 5 times per week, once per day, 2 times per day, 3 times per day, 10 times per day, or how much you want. The most important thing when you decide the frequency you want to have is to stay consistent. So instead of just creating, for example, today, because let's say today it's a good day for you and you are very inspired, and let's say you create a lot of 5 pieces of content and you want to post everything in one day. That's really cool if you can do that. If you can use the best, if a business coach, for example, let's say it's a business coach. If a business coach wants to do that, and he or she decide to create today 5 posts, and the quality is really nice, the video is really nice, the lighting, the condition, the tonality, the voice, scripting, everything, it's cool, right? But if today they post like 5 times, and tomorrow they are sick, or they are in a bad mood, or they don't want to post anymore, it will hurt them. The algorithm will hurt them, right? It's not gonna work. So instead of just posting today for a lot of times and the next 5 days you don't post anything, better post today one post, tomorrow one post, in the next 3 days one post, and so on. One post per day. The frequency of posting, it's up to you. If you are like Alex Hormozy and you have a huge team that it's behind you and will give you a lot of content ideas and scripts and everything, and you just have to film yourself, and you don't have to edit anything, and you don't have to do anything but just be present and edit and film or record yourself. It's nice. You can post like 1,000 times per day if you are able to do that. But of course it's going to be very expensive if you because you need to pay those people. You need an editor, you need somebody who create that script, somebody who do the research, somebody who analyze. So it's a huge team in the behind that business, for example, in case of Alex or Leila Hormozy. But of course, if you are alone, it's enough just once or twice per day, the post frequency at least. So just maintain the quality, make sure the message is good, make sure the quality it's good, and decide the frequency that you can sustain for long term. Then of course you have this post structure. So basically each post starts with a hook, so something that grabs people's attention in the first 2 to 3 seconds. So this is very easy. Just think about people that are scrolling on social media. So your ideal customer, right? So your ideal customer, it's there on social media, right? They enter social media, they go on TikTok or on Instagram, and they start to scroll. They start to see posts and like posts and watch stories and scroll on reels and so on. They consume content, right? Of course, after doing that for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 30 minutes, or of course it's gonna be very hard for them to stop scrolling, because it's like when think about it like you are in a trance mode. You are like a zombie. Your brain stops working, and you just consume content after a while. And you have to make people stop scrolling and actually watch your fucking video. So your video can be really nice, and your information can be top, and the everything, the lighting, the quality of the video can be top. But if you are not able to grab people's attention in the first 2 or 3 seconds, you are fucked. Nobody will stop and watch your video, and this will make your content not to work. I mean, the algorithm works like this. It's really simple, the algorithm. Basically, I'm going to show you really fast here. Basically, let's say we are on Instagram, right? And here it's your post. So you post. So you make a post, and your post will be seen by let's say 100 people. So Instagram will choose 100 random people to see your post, for example, that reel that you posted. And if let's say if 20% of them, so basically 20 people, stop scrolling and watch your reel, Instagram will show it to other people, but not too many. Let's say it's 20% here. For example, your post it's really nice and people stop scrolling and they actually consume that post, let's say 80% of people are actually stopping, they actually stop from scrolling and they watch your video up to the end, and they also interact with that video. For example, they save your video, or they share to a friend, or they comment on your video. Instagram will make it really nice. I mean, we'll share it to more people organically without needing to spend a penny on ads. So this is how Instagram algorithm works. If your post is interesting for the category of audience you are posting for, let's say you are in online fitness and you post everything about the about fitness, or you are in nutrition space and you post about nutrition, of course Instagram will show your content to people who are most likely to be interested in fitness or in nutrition. And if that content is good and people stop scrolling and they watch your content up to the end, your video, and they even share your video or comment or save your video, these are signs for Instagram that tells Instagram that this piece of content is really nice. We have to push it further to more people because this is worth it. This is worth watching. And this is how the algorithm works, basically, in a nutshell. Now, this is the post structure. You start with a hook, then you need some context for that post, the main idea, some practical value, and the CTA, which is basically the call to action, right? The call to action, where you call people to make an action, for example, comment on your post or save or follow you or click on your link if you are on Facebook, and you can add links, and that's or check the link in your bio, and that's it. So this is this post structure, and at the end we have other some thumbnails or titles, the description and the caption for SEO, the post description and the caption, which are really important for SEO. And what is SEO? Is basically search engine optimization. So when people are typing keywords on Instagram or on TikTok, your video will be shown, or even on YouTube. When people are searching for different keywords, if you are having a good SEO and you are using some specific keywords in your description and in your captions, of course, that piece of content will be promoted organically to people who are searching those terms. So that's how you get organic search. And don't forget about analytics, to analyze your post to see which one performed better, and also to study the competition. You can use, for example, here I'm going to give you a tip, Viral Finder. It's a paid app. You can make an account there, and you can use that platform to study your competition, to see their viral posts, and use those posts in order to get idea from your competition, or the post formats, or the to see the patterns that they use that make those videos go viral, and replicate everything that works. I'm not saying you have to copy it, but you can get inspired from them and use the same formats and use the same structure to create your reels, videos, posts, and so on. Because if it works for them, of course it will work for you. But you have to adapt to your context, to your niche, to your business, to your ideal customer, and that's it. Now, this is about the content creation, right? When you create one single post, this is the process of creating one single post. Again, idea, copy, then you can just schedule or publish, or if you are recording, if you are planning to post a video, you have to record and edit that video in the first place. Or if you want to post a carousel, for example, you have to edit that carousel, then you have to publish or schedule. And don't forget about content pillars, the post objectives, the post formats, the post types, the post date, the post frequency, the post structure, and and others. Now, there are some problems here when you are creating content, right? There are some frustrations. There are some things that are a pain in the ass when you have to create content. And everybody who is creating content, especially if you want to create content and you don't have a team, or even if you have a team, you still need to know this. You must you must film yourself. You have to manage those teams or those people. You have to, I mean, people who are entrepreneurs in general, they have to create content for their brand or personal brand. It's a must nowadays. And even if they have a team, they still need to manage that team. They still need to check if it's all right. They still need to film themselves if they want to be the face of the business, of their business. And it's better as a founder to be the face of your business instead of letting your employee to be that, or instead of letting a random person to be the brand or the image of your business, in my opinion. Because I mean, of course, you can use influencers and partnerships to promote your business if you are in clothing or if you are in food industry. But again, it's really nice when founders are connecting with their audience even more, because it's also increased sales. You don't have to do that if you don't like to. You don't need to do that. But yeah, if you want to build your personal brand, you have to be there. So that's it. Now, the problems here when you are creating content, it's that it takes time. It takes time and energy. I mean, look at this. You have to, even if you have your content pillars, even if you know your post objectives and the formats and everything here, you still need to create that content. You still need to have ideas. You still need to create that copy. You still need to record and edit, or just edit and schedule and publish. And it takes a lot of time, right? A lot of time and energy. And by the way, this is only for one single post. Imagine if you want to create multiple posts per day, or if you want to create a post every day. The problem when you create one post per day every day is that sometimes you just don't have inspiration, or sometimes you don't have the energy to create that post. For example, if you film, when you film yourself, you need to be in a good mood, in a good energy, because it's everything that you show on camera. It's like energy, people can see and they can feel your energy when they are watching you. And that's really important. That's really important, because if you are like very upset, or very annoyed or frustrated, or if you are, let's say, exhausted when filming a video, it will that energy will match the video that you post. And you don't want to show, I mean, I bet that you don't want to be seen as somebody who is frustrated, or as somebody who is tired or exhausted in your content, right? So that's why it's really important to have energy. And every time I do that for my clients, I recommend this to them. They have to film at the beginning of the day. They don't have to film or record at the end of the day, because at the end of the day you are exhausted. You don't have too much energy left. The most energy you have at the beginning of the day. And even if they have energy, they still need to have time for that. They need to be in a good mood. They need to have a free 4 or 5 hours free, and they have to allocate that for that content creation, for that filming or recording, because let's say you have a stressful day or you have a lot of tasks for today, and of course if you are stressed and if you have a lot of things to do, of course that the content, it's the last thing you want to do. And this is a huge problem in this industry, and I mean in creating content on each industry, on each domain, on any niche. This is a huge problem. So that's why creating one post per day or two posts per day daily, I mean creating daily content, is not the best approach, because sometimes you just don't have the inspiration or the motivation to do that. You can have systems, you can have everything, but if you post and you create content every day, it's going to be exhausting. And again, you are not, maybe you are not an influencer and you don't want to be an influencer. You just want to do your fucking work. You want to provide your services, you want to scale your business, you want to do a lot of things that make your business work, but you still have to do that content. So instead of creating one post per day every day, why not just create in one single day posts for all days, for example for 30 days. So in one day to create the posts for 1 month, for example. Why not do that? And that's when you have to I'm going to show you the process of creating multiple posts in a single moment, in one day, for example, or in a few hours. But before that, what other problems we have here? It's overwhelming again, because there are a lot of post types, a lot of trends, a lot of formats, a lot of things that you have to take into consideration, a lot of things that you must study, to analyze. It's a lot of time and energy that you have to consume there too, and it's overwhelming, right? It's also stressful, especially when you want to post daily, every day. It's stressful, right? Because you still think about that content, that you have to create that content, and it's so annoying and frustrating that you every day you wake up and you think that you have to create content. It's a pain in the ass. So yes, there are solutions and there are methods, and I'm going to show you my method and my solution and the system that you have to use if you want to improve this process in a moment. It's also hard to stay consistent, and I told you that consistency is key. It's better to post 1 day per day, to have one posted per day, instead of posting today 5 times and tomorrow zero posts, and in the next couple of days 0 posts, then again 10 posts. It's not working like that. You must stay consistent. The algorithm will see that you are consistent, and you will get you will get better results. And also it's hard to organize. Again, you for one post it's easy, right? You just make a decision, you have the idea, you create a copy, and you post. This is easy for one post, but if you have multiple posts to manage, it's going to be hard to organize, and you must stay organized if you want to if you don't want to get burned out. You must organize yourself better, and for that you need a system and a content system, and I'm going to show you the process. So first of all, the process of creating multiple posts, it's pretty much the same, but here we have this CMS. What is a CMS? A CMS, it's a let's write here, content management system, right? It's a system that you create for yourself and for your business. Now, again, you have ideas, then you put all of that ideas in your content management system. And by the way, this content management system can be a Notion database or a Notion board, or it can be a Google Sheets, Google Docs. You can use also Airtable, ClickUp, Trello, Obsidian, Asana, or other CMS tools for content management system. And again, you have to create copy, record, edit again if you have video. Then again, everything that is recorded, everything that is edited, you have to add in your CMS, and then you schedule and publish. Now, let's take it one by one. Let's start with ideas, right? Here we have the ideas. Now, what are the ideas? It's basically when you are collecting and refining some concepts, right? And the ideas sources can be from your personal experiences, from your clients' problems, from your audience questions, some objections that they have, mistakes that you see in the market, or with your clients, wins and case studies, beliefs that you want to shift in your audience, daily thoughts, insights, ideas from books, from podcasts, from your notes. For example, when you are going to a meeting or where you are going to an event, the market trends, your own journey, or of course, you can use AI for this idea to generate those ideas. Now, the idea types are hooks, angles, concepts, stories, frameworks, quotes, questions, rants, and opinions. And you can use the idea management for creating some lists, for example, add quick notes, tag them by pillar, tag notes by objective, tag them by format. You have to prioritize those ideas and convert into outlines. So it's okay to have a lot of ideas. It's really nice to have a lot of ideas, and it's not that hard to have ideas. You can just use AI. You can just ask AI to provide you some ideas to create posts. But this is not the hard part. The hard part is to actually create them, to use that idea and to implement that idea. This is the hard part, not having ideas. Everyone has ideas, and it's easy to have ideas nowadays. But you have to choose some ideas and actually implement those ideas, right? Then the idea expansion. You can also expand your idea, refine some angles. For example, you can use your old ideas and you can refine those ideas from a different or from another perspective or from another angle. Add examples, add stories, add proof, connect to your offer, list some variations of that ideas, and everything must be aligned. Every idea must be aligned with the founder's vision, your vision in that case, the business model that you are into right now, the ideal customer, and the branding and market positioning. So everything here, all those ideas that you create must be related to your business and to your ideal customer. Because of course you can have ideas about, let's say, going on a trip or going on vacation. But what this has to do with your niche, with your business, with your client avatar, with your ideal customer profile? Do you understand? What this idea has to do with what you have to offer and what people need in your audience. Because you cannot be for everyone, and you don't have to be for everyone. Your business is not for everyone. Your business has a customer profile, ideal customer profile. In marketing, it's called ICP, ideal customer profile, or client avatar. Basically, it's a person or category of people that have the same, common demographics, like age, gender, family status, and so on. Also, they have the demographics. They are having the common behaviors and common psychology traits. Like how they make decisions. This is behavior. How they buy, when they are buying, what is their level of awareness right now regarding your business, or are they problem aware right now, are they not, and stuff like that. um, what are their frustrations, what are their desires, what are their roadblocks, what are their fears regarding your business, regarding your offer, regarding the market, or about yourself, about themselves. So think about these perspectives. Your ideal customer, it's also a somebody who has fears, who has desires, who has frustrations and everything. We all have that. And if you know those fears, those desires, those problems that they are facing, you can create better solutions. In that case, your offer. You can improve your offer, your marketing, your messaging, and everything, and even your content. And from those from that information, you use that data to create content for them. Use that pain that they are facing and create content for that pain. One single treat, one single objection, for example, in one single post. Take one mistake that they are making and use that mistake in one single post, and solve that mistake in one single post. Give them solution. And of course, the solution can be some information from you, or it can be your offer directly. Now, again, the CMS. Let's go to CMS, the content management system. It's about organizing, planning, and tracking your content. Here we have some core metadata. So in that CMS, you add the content pillars, the post objectives, the post types, the post formats, the target platform, the post category, the status, and so on. Now, before moving further, I'm going to show you something. For example, for these ideas, I told you about the AI, right? You can use AI to have some ideas. Let me show you how I use AI and how my clients are using AI. First of all, I press here. This is, by the way, an AI that I created for me in the first place. Then I give it to my clients, and they are very happy because they have right now this tool that that helps them to to have ideas faster, and not only ideas but also the post copy. I'm going to show you in a moment. By the way, you can if you want access to this entire system, the Notion system, the AI for for ideas, the AI for creating the actual copy, the actual text, and the post description. I will let you the link in this in the description of this video. Now, let's say I want carousel calendar, and I have to answer very fast. I have to upload some documents. First of all, I have to upload the client avatar document and my offer document. Why? Because the AI needs some context. AI needs information. AI needs to know about your offer, about your business, and about the ideal customer that you are targeting with your content. So that's why you have to upload that. I'm going to upload very fast now. I have here the documents. I upload them here in this AI, ChatGPT. And now I have this table with my carousel type, the carousel idea, and my primary objective for each idea. I'm going to copy this table, and now I go to Notion, and this is my content system in Notion. As you can see, I have here my posts, the post ideas, the status of these posts, the post types, the objectives, the post dates, and the performance of each post, and also the link for each post. For example, let's say this this study case, you can press here, and I can go to Instagram and watch really fast my my post to see how it performed. It went really well in terms of views and in terms of followers. This ad get me a lot of followers. This post, by the way, sorry. Also, let's say another one. It's let's say, or this one. See, this is the post that I created, and I have here all my posts. Now I go to that calendar from that I copied, right? And I go here and I add a new page with calendar, and I paste it here. And now I choose each post, for example, this one, the first one, and I go to carousel and add a new page, add here the idea. Then I go to this calendar again, and I see that it's a proof post, and the primary objective is authority and conversion. So carousel type is going to be proof, and the objective is going to be authority and conversion, right? Let me double check. Yes, authority and conversion. Now all I have to do is to, as you can see here, I have to create it in Canva, because this is a carousel. First of all, I need copy for this, and for the copy I use this. So write me a carousel copy and description. How many slides? Let's say 10 slides. 10 slides. Type of post is gonna be proof, objective, authority plus conversion. And now I have to add my customer avatar and offer again. Let's upload it. My offer, my unique mechanism, and my client avatar. And also I can add here the idea, the post idea, which is this one, idea. And I press enter, and now I will have my copy for this post. I'm gonna copy this post here. Of course, I usually edit this if I see mistakes, or if I don't like the way that this AI created my content, but this is how it works, right? It's really easy and really nice. Now I have the post. All I have to do is create this post in Canva, and then go to Meta Business Suite or other tools or platforms, and all I have to do is to publish or schedule my posts. And this is how I create carousels, and the same I'm doing for Reels. I have the calendar for Reels, then I create my scripts with that AI or with my brain. Sometimes I just take more time and I do it myself, and then provide that video to my video editor. And in that case, if you have a video editor, if you don't have a video editor, you have to edit by yourself. I also have a lot of B-rolls, a lot of images that I'm using in my carousels, a lot of videos that I recorded with myself when working, when typing, when I am on different places, so I have content to edit my videos. You can see on my Instagram how my posts are, how they are edited, and how they look like. You can see them. And this is my content, right? And you can use this content with my CMS, with my system, with this AI. You can use really easy. All you have to do is to go to the link in the description and get that system for you. And that's pretty much it. Now let's go back to this CMS. You also need planning. Again, as you can see here, I plan everything. I have the post date, I have the performance, the post frequency. I know my post frequency. The post time, I have it here, the post time. I also have my post link, my objective, my mistakes. And the best part is that after a while, after you have let's say after you have a lot of posts like I do. By the way, this is only in my English profile, but I also have my Romanian profile where I have more. This is a new account, by the way, in English. And yeah, you can filter it. You can filter with, let's say, filter with performance. Show me only great posts. And you can also filter by objective types, for example, conversion. And these are all my great posts with objective conversion. And this is really nice after you have a lot of content. It's really nice to organize your content and to see what worked and what it didn't work. And in Notion, you can also use this comment section to comment things. And yeah, that's it. This is how I organize everything. Now let's go back to this presentation. You also have some templates and structure, your post structure, the writing templates, the design, the video templates, the checklist. You have to do everything, all these templates. For example, I have here my Notion template, which I just copy paste. I just duplicate this template and I start writing. I have here my fonts, my colors, my images, everything is pre-made. And also the analytics and the platform where you post and the feedback. Don't forget about the feedback. And also you can also repurpose those posts. The high performing posts, you can repost them after a while. And this is how you create content. This is everything you have to take into consideration when creating content like a pro. I know it's hard, or it's not hard, it's simple actually, but it can be overwhelming right now that you see this information, but it's fucking easy. It's easy and simple, because after you have all this system, all this system in place, you just copy paste everything here from my table, from my system. You use this AI, you record yourself, you film yourself, you take some good photos, and after you have the templates in Canva, after you know the style you want to edit videos, after you have this in place, basically the foundation of your content system, then all you have to do is take 1 day per month and create those post ideas, film yourself, or create those carousels and schedule, edit and schedule. It takes 1 to 2 days to do that with all the editing. If you don't want to edit, just have an editor and somebody who knows how to edit and edit videos and post, and they can do that for you. Or you can do it all by yourself, but it's not hard. This is for teams. It works very nice for teams, and it also works for solopreneurs. When you don't have a team, when you don't have editors, when you have to do everything by yourself, it can be very overwhelming, and it is very overwhelming if you don't have a system like this. With this system, everything is going to be more easy, more simple. You just have to do it. You don't think too much. You don't overthink it. You don't waste time and energy thinking about ideas and about what do you have to post every day. No, everything is in one place. Really, really nice and really easy. Now, let's go further. You have the copy here, writing the actual post, right? Because even if you have a video, you still need that script, and that script should be good. The post will have the hook, the context, the main idea, the value, the CTA, the angle, the tone of voice, the story and example, of course, trimming, cutting the fluff, the clarity check, and of course it must be aligned with the pillar and the objective and with your business, basically with the vision, the business model, the ideal customer, branding and market positioning. Everything must be in one place. And this is about the copy, the actual copy, because at the basics, everything is copy, right? Everything is text. It's just a piece of text that you create. First of all, you have the idea, then you create that text, and with that text you film, record, or create that image, really nice image, edit in Photoshop, in Figma, in Canva, wherever you want. At the recording stage, you have to capture the raw content. You have the recording styles. For example, you have talking head. So this is basically what I am doing right now in my posts. Here you can see all my posts that are video are basically me talking in front of the camera, right? It's me talking. This is talking real. And I have some b-rolls, some text, some audio, this is the b-roll. Don't forget about the caption. So everything is pre-made, everything is very standardized. And I have my branding with the fonts, the colors that I'm using. You see my vibe that I'm offering here with my content. You see there is a vibe here that I'm trying to show. And yeah, now moving back to the recording styles, you have the multi-angle recording, different locations or different environments, the POV conversation, over the shoulder perspective, screen recording with tutorials, how these breakdowns, voiceover and b-roll, reaction style, interview, self-interview, walk and talk, hands-on, and that's pretty much it. Recording tools, your camera or a phone, a microphone, lightning, tripod, OBS or Loom, teleprompter if you want, and don't forget about some checklist: the framing, the lighting, the clean audio, the background noise, and the background, the way your background looks. As you can see, I have here my microphone, I have my lighting, I have my camera, I have my background. Everything it's okay. It sounds nice. It's looking good. Everything it's okay. And I'm also using OBS to record my screen. Right now, you have the editing part of the video, basically turning raw footage into a finished asset, as you saw in my content here. You can see in my videos, and the core editing tasks. You have to cut and trim. You remove pauses and filter words. You improve pacing, color correction, audio cleanup, adding captions, adding b-roll, adding text overlays, adding transitions, reframing, adding captions, everything. So this is about the editing. And by the way, how to edit in Canva, how to edit in CapCut, how to film yourself, how to post, how to, if you want some hook ideas, viral hook templates, if you want everything that I presented you here in this masterclass video, everything you can get in my community. You can join it. I will let you the link in the description to join this community, to get everything you have, you must take regarding your content. Everything is there in my community, and the content system, if you want to buy it, you can buy it. And yeah, now we also have the image edit to design the visual asset, basically the layout structure, the spacing and alignment, the hierarchy, the consistency margins, basically what you saw here in my Canva, right? For example, this one, another post. See, I have here another post in Canva like this. See, this is my style. I have some margins here. I have my fonts. I have my titles. This is my style, right? You have to create that. The core design, the branding, colors, brand fonts, logo, watermark if you have that, text and copy, visuals, carousel specific tools. I'm using Canva, as you can see. It's really nice and easy having in Canva, but you can also use other, like Affinity Designer, for example. I'm also using Affinity Designer here. Sometimes when I have to edit something, I just use this tool. When I want to edit something more complex, I'm using Affinity Photo 2, sorry. And of course, don't forget about export, to export the correct size at the right resolution with no pixelation, and compress, check. And at the end, you also need the media, basically organizing all visuals and raw assets. In my case, I have my Google Photos. Here I have some b-rolls, shots with me when I was at the gym, for example, or where I was in some places. Right here is my b-roll footage that I'm using in my videos. Also in Canva, I have here Canva. At the uploads, I have the folders, and I have my photos here, my photos that I'm using in for my carousel. As you can see here, these are my photos that I'm using, and I just add them here on the screen, and that's really easy. So basically, this is the media to organize all your visual and assets. Here you have the raw videos, screen recordings, graphics, icons, stock footage, stock images, audio files, everything. You can organize them by project, by platform, by content type. Don't forget to have some media prep, the brand assets, your logo, your fonts, the textures, everything, and the tools that you use. In my case, it's Google Photos, it's Google Drive, Notion, and Canva, and also CapCut. Yeah, so I'm using a lot of tools in this case. Don't forget about the media sources. For example, FreePic. I have a FreePic premium account. It's a really nice platform. Let me show you. This is basically the FreePic, and here you have all the assets in the world. Right? Just type here, for example, coach, and you can search videos, for example, and you have videos with coaches. And you have here video types, template type, license, free or premium. You know, I have a premium account on FreePix, so I also have the license for every asset here, the vectors, the photos, if you like. So this is basically stock footage where you can use to create. I really enjoy FreePic. And yeah, don't forget about AI. Nowadays you can use a lot of tools, AI tools, to create your content, to have voiceover, to have videos, to have images, to create everything in with AI. You can do that. Like you create the text, as I showed you with my tool. You can also use different AI tools to create your content, to create your voice, to create basically anything nowadays with AI. Well, so yeah, let's have a quick recap. Again, this is about the content. So this is the content masterclass. All you must take into consideration when you create content. You have this is the process of creating one post with everything that it involves here. The process when you create multiple posts. Yeah, you can pause the video and print screen, and yeah, the ideas, everything regarding the ideas, CMS, copy, recording, video editing, image editing, and media. So basically this is the content, everything you must know and you have to do to create your content like a pro. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share, comment if you have some questions to ask, and don't forget to go to the link in my description to get my templates and my systems, and also join my free community where you have more resources and more information and more things that will help you create better content and scale your online business easier, faster, simple, with less chaos, less burnout, and with a lot of fun. Thanks very much. Stay strong.